the articles from thing there. Yeah, not now though. You're live, yeah?
On the YouTube and Facebook 3, 2, 1.
Alright, kind of share the link real quick. Shalom, it's the I.S.U.P.K. UK. It's Officer Karafia. You know what I mean? School started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General Yohanna. Our job teaches a black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, according to the Bible. You know, we are the real Israelites, man. The Israelites that walked through the Red Sea with Moses, the Israelites that Moses gave the Lord to, spoke to, them same stiff-necked Israelites. We're them, man. We ain't Caribbean and West Indian and niggers and coons and, you know what I mean, gollywogs and what else called in the UK? Gollywogs, wog, darky, that's one, darky. You know what I mean? But we're the children of God, man. Chosen people of the Most High. The Most High chose you, black man. Chose you, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. The Most High chose them wogs, man. Chose them darkies, man. You know what I mean? And we're the people the Lord loves, believe it or not. I know a lot of people thinking, how can the Lord love them wogs, man? How can the Lord love them gollywogs with their pants hanging down low and the tracksuit bottoms they're wearing? The Lord loves us, man. The Lord wants us to be his people. Lord, guess what? Them same wogs are going to rule the world.
That's right.
Them same gollywogs are going to rule the world, man. You see how you see Theresa May in 10 Downing Street. You see Donald Trump in the White House and so forth, and House of Parliament and House of Lords and all white people in the days calling black men. You're going to be in 10 Downing Street, man.
Right.
You're going to be in the White House. You're going to be in the House of Commons, the House of Lords, the House of Parliament. You're going to be making laws and how the world should be built. Not just England, not just the UK, not just your country, and how the world is going to be run, man. You're going to decide if China eats or not, man. You're going to decide if the Africans eat or not, man. You're going to go all over the globe, governing different countries, man. And that's in the Bible also, man. Give me that one in actually, Slack, you give me he that overcometh, I should have pillar in my temple. But while you're doing that, I'll give you the announcements. So this month, the 18th and 19th of February is Purim. Make sure you come, man. It's 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Make sure you put that in your sat nav, man. B18 5PW, and come down to 394 Lodge Road, man. It's gonna be good, you know what I mean? You got the brothers down there, the sisters down there, the children, the music, the food. You know, I'm gonna go back and read the scriptures, go back in time. You know what I mean? Let you know break down what we're celebrating, why we're celebrating it. You know, black man. If you're a black man and you're coming to I.S.U.P.K. and you obviously can't celebrate Christmas no more. Your family won't even allow you to come and celebrate Christmas. You can't anyway because it's against the law. Then you know where you need to be, man. On the 18th of February, you need to be here, man. We're gonna celebrate here. We have the music, the food. Oh, forget it. The food, the drink. I forgot about the drink, man. We have the drink. Me personally, I booked the slavery off, man. I'm looking at the drink in this thing, man. You know what I mean? The drink, play the music, have a ball of a time, man. Just like how the white man loves Christmas, he loves the Easter, and we love our holidays also. We love our what's it called? Memorials also, man. The Feast of Purim is not a holiday, but it's a memorial. The white man got memorials, man. The white man got Remembrance Day, which he loves, man. That whole month of November, you must wear a poppy for the whole. Even after Memorial Day, you still got to wear a poppy on your chest, man. You know why? He loves his memorials, and guess what? We love ours too. You know what I mean? Memorial Day for the white man, for the Englishman, is when he beat his enemies, when he beat the Germans, he beat the Nazis, beat Hitler. And guess what? Purim is when we beat the Assyrians, man. It's when we killed Haman, and our people got to live another day. Meanwhile, our enemies, they got to die, man. That's the day we celebrate. Same way they celebrate theirs, we celebrate ours, man. And we're going to celebrate it right here in the UK, 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW, 7 p.m. Make sure you're there, man. Grab a seat, man. Grab a plate, man. The sister's going to be sharing the food out. Oh, come on, man. I don't know, maybe it's a school night for some people, man. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a work night for some people. That's up to you. But we're going to be here, man, with brothers in the U.P.K. that don't eat pork. Brothers in the U.P.K. that would never sleep with your wife. Wouldn't even think about it. Sisters in here that would never, put their fingers in your face and say you're good for nothing and air you out on Facebook. Them kind of people, that's who I celebrate with, man. That's who I sit down with and break bread with, man. People that would never leave you, man. Never say, oh, I just can't help you, man. Brothers that would help you to the death, man. Brothers that would never see you on the street, man. Never see you hungry. And them people, they exist. And they're going to be here, 394 Lodge Road,
that's right.
18th and 9th of February, right here in the I.S.U.P.K, sharing out food, looking after the children. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a school night for you. Maybe, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to be, man. But anyway, so 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW. We got classes on Monday, 7 to 9, the history class. We got classes on Wednesday, the law class, 7 to 9 p.m. As blacks, Hispanics, we got punished for not keeping the laws, man. We were in Brixton, Peckham, Tottenham, Toxteth, Handsworth, all over the globe, man. You know what I mean? Rio de Janeiro and so forth, man. What's his name got deported the other day? What's his name? 21 Savage, man, got deported. Come from Hackney, you know what I mean? East London, you know what I mean? Come from one slum in America, deported to another slum in East London, man. And why did this happen? Because we don't keep the laws, man. The law ain't on our side. We don't keep the laws of the Most High. The laws have rules and regulations that we must live by, and we didn't want to keep them. We tell the Most High, nah, man, I don't want to keep them laws. I want a Christmas tree in my house, man. You know what I mean? I want to have sex with all kinds of women, different colors and sizes, and have sex with black women and dash them away, man. That's what the Lord on our side, man. That's why 21 Savage getting deported, man. That's why brothers in Hackney right now suffering and dying. That's why brothers in Peckham, knife crime is through the roof. Brothers are dying for the roof. Brothers don't know who their father is, man. Brothers don't know where they come from. Brothers don't know their own language. Got to speak another man's language. Why? Because we don't want to keep the laws of the Most High.
That's right.
We keep the white man's laws, though. When we see that speed camera, yo, we slow down all the way. We slow down all the way, man. You see the speed camera coming up. Then you see this. You use the sign first. We ignore the sign. We kind of daydreaming. As soon as we see that yellow speed camera, yo, I see man cover the brakes. I see man cover the brakes, man. Follow behind someone, and when you see that speed camera come, yo, you see them red brake lights come on quick, man. We keep the white man's holidays. We keep Easter. We keep Christmas. We wrap them presents up. I know people that go crazy. Other days like slavery going, oh shit. I mean, what happened? I need to get my godson's present, man. Oh, I forgot about that. I gotta go town quickly, man. Did she say, oh, it's a school night, I can't come, man? She came, man. So regardless of a school night or, you know what I mean, like Kaiser in the morning to come down to Lodge Road, man.
That's right.
18th and 19th, man. You know what I mean? Come down, man. You know what I mean? If you're a woman, come with your head covered, man. Come in that dress. If you're a man, come in some boots and fringes, man. Come sit down in these chairs amongst these holy men and break bread with us, man. Eat, man. Talk and conversate, man. In the world, brothers don't even talk to each other, man. In the world, you go to a bus stop, you see two brothers, man, sitting down waiting for the bus for 10 minutes in silence, man. You need to come in the UPK, man, where we will sit down next to you, man, and break it down with you, laugh and joke. You know what I mean? Give you what you need to know, man. Give you the counsel that you need to live in England, man, to live in this world, man, and not die, not be another victim of knife crime, not be another victim of drugs, man. On the Lord's holiday, man, that's what you need to do. And also on Thursday is what scripture breakdown class, you know what I mean? Captain Mayum usually does it 7 to 9. So anything you need to know on the scriptures, you bring it to the scripture breakdown class. Hence why it's called scripture breakdown class. You know what I mean? You read the Bible and you think, huh? All nations can be saved. John 3:16. He said, for God so loved the world, man. Then you know what you got to do, man. You got to bring that question to Thursday, 7 to 9, man. Lodge Road, you know what I mean? 394, B18, 5 PW. Right. That's what you need to do. You read the Bible and you think, nah, man, but it says water baptism. You need to be baptized in water. You know what you got to do, man? Bring that question to class. You know what a lot of people do? Read the Bible for themselves, which they don't understand, man. The Bible's not a book you can just pick up and understand. I know a lot of you thinking, oh, you're saying that because you want our money. You're saying that to brainwash us, but the Bible's not a book you can understand, man. Did you wake up one day and teach yourself maths? Did you teach yourself how to read? If you got a uni degree, did you teach yourself that degree? No, someone taught you, man. And same with the Bible. The Bible, you must be taught, man. You must be learned, man. You don't read things and go, yeah, it says that. So that's what it is. That's the problem, man. A lot of people come up to me, yeah, I like the I.S.U.P.K, but this and but nothing, man. We are the teachers here, man. What we say goes. You don't go to your math teacher and tell him, but this, but that. But 1 on 1 looks like 3 to me. You don't ask no buts, man. Anything you don't understand, what do you do in the school, man? You put your hand up and you ask a question. And same with the I.S.U.P.K, man. That's anything right. You don't understand, you come and you learn in class. And that's how you learn, man. The disciples didn't know everything. The disciples weren't learned, man. And what did they do? Did they say, you know what? I don't understand Christ, man. He must be wrong. They stood there and one day they did understand. They started off as disciples as student, man. And they stuck with Christ. And guess what they became when they were done? They became apostles, man. Right. There was 12 disciples and they ended up 12 apostles. 12 students became 12 teachers. And how does a student become a teacher? By listening, by learning, man. And the problem is with YouTube, everyone's a teacher. Everyone knows too much, man. And everybody knows nothing. You ain't taught by this man in the I.S.U.P.K. You don't know nothing, man. You're not a scholar. You're not a teacher. You don't know a damn thing. And you know what I mean? Harsh it sounds, you just learn, man. Everyone got a doctrine and a teaching and all sorts, man. When that ain't the way, man.
No.
I don't slack the other one. Slack the other one. They do that a lot. Just keep eyeing them. Was it two of them? Yeah. Together, yeah? Yeah, that's like the fourth time now, you know. The harmless though, just don't watch them. about to fall. I'm just careful. Don't fall. Don't fall.
You know,
All right, cool. Give me that scripture real quick, yeah? Actually, don't hold that. Give me one of the Acts, man, about how can I learn? Let the man be taught real quick.
all right, Book of Acts, chapter 8. All right, in the Book of Acts, chapter 8, and the 31st verse.
The Book of Acts 8 and 34, man. Pay attention, man. For everyone that wants to teach, everybody that knows so much, man.
I'll start a bit.
You know what I mean? You're looking at a man that gave his life to the truth, man. Every Saturday, I'm out with my children, you know, laughing and joking, man. I'm raising up black people, man. People that tell us, people that gave their lives to the truth, what it is, because this is what I see from it, man. You don't tell your teacher, but yeah, because when I read calculus, this is what I get from it. He tells you what it is, man. And we are the teacher of the Most High, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to prove it to you. But, read that for me.
Acts chapter 8 and verse 30. And Philip ran hither unto him.
So, give me one more, please.
Verse 29.
Shalom to Taznah I, shalom to Janelle, shalom to Sister Hadassah. Yeah, keep going, Hadassah, please.
Verse 29. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself unto his chariot.
Okay, so Philip's walking and he sees a man of Ethiopia. You got a black man that lives in Ethiopia. You got a black man that lives in New York. Black man that live in Ethiopia today. There's a black man that lives in Ethiopia in a community called Shashamani. Same, just like them. Black people, you know, for business, will travel or be scattered or cut off for whatever reason. We've in many different lands. And Philip saw this man up from Ethiopia. And the Spirit said to Philip, go on to this man, go speak to this man. You ever at a bus stop, and you know, you get something in mind, so you know what, go speak to your brother, man. He seems cool, man. You speak to him, you get talking, and you know, you tell him he's an Israelite, he accepts it good, he comes to the school. That's what happened to Philip, man. A voice didn't come over him to him and say, Philip, speak to this man. You know what I mean? Got a feeling, Spirit of the Most High, go speak to this man, man. And Philip did that, he went over to this man, we done.
And Philip ran hither unto him.
And Philip went over to this man, you know what I mean, we done.
And heard him read the prophet Isaiah.
And when Philip went over there, Philip saw this man reading the book of Isaiah, man. He saw this man reading the prophet Isaiah. Imagine that you go to a man and you got the Bible open. Imagine you brothers in the I.S.U.P.K who know the Bible, know the breakdowns. And one day you're at the bus and you see a man, you know, read the book of Isaiah. Now, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? You're a man that understands the book of Isaiah. You understand it. You know all the breakdowns like someone else. So straight away, what are you going to ask him? You ask him, yo, you want me to break it down for you? You got any questions? You understand? He don't know it. He's a Christian reading it from his Christian mind. You're a man that understands the Bible, just like Philip, man. And Philip saw a man reading the Bible, reading the book of Isaiah. And Philip came unto him. And this is what Philip said to that man. Read on.
And said, understandest thou what thou readest?
And Philip said to this man, do you understand what you're reading? I see you reading the book of Isaiah, but do you understand it? Do you get it? What's one what the Rastaman said? Do you understand? You know what I mean? Keep reading.
The 31st verse. And he said, how can I?
What did the man say?
How can I?
What did the man say?
How can I?
And the man said, how can I, man? I mean, it's impossible. How can if I said to you, can you fly? And I go, how can I fly, man? Do I have wings? The man said, how can I understand the book of Isaiah? Are we done?
Except some man should guide me.
Except some man should guide me. Said, how can I understand this book except some man should teach me, man? Unless some man break it down for me. How can a man tie his shoes unless some man shall teach him, man? How do you know your ABC unless some man should teach you, man? How can you learn mathematics and English and all your your A levels and your GCSE and stats, man? Except some man should guide you, man. And same thing with the Bible, man. How can you understand this unless some man should teach you, man? And the problem is people want to know the Bible by themselves. They know it all, man. They know too much, man. Give me one more about how can a teacher teach? Let's be said.
Oh, Romans. Yeah. Romans 10 and the 14th verse. How then shall they call on him whom they have not believe.
Go on one verse real quick.
All right. The Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
And anyone that comes to the truth, man, you know what I mean? To call the name of the Lord doesn't mean, you know, I call on Jesus Christ, I'm saved. I'm talking about that, man. A man's name is his reputation, man. If a man keep Christ's reputation, doesn't eat pork, loves his brother as he loves himself, comes to camp, you know what I mean, does everything that Christ requires of him, that man shall be saved, man.
That's right.
I said, any man that calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. So any man that does what Christ says to do, man, follows the commandments, man, follows the Most High, that man should be saved, man. Should be saved from dying, shall be saved from poverty, shall be saved from nuclear thermal destruction, man. Shall be saved from dying or being destroyed in general. If you keep the saying of the Most High, man. We done?
How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed?
So the Bible is saying you must believe on Christ, man, to be saved. But how can you be saved? Basically, the Bible saying it's like, yeah, you must believe on Christ to be saved, man. To not die, a horrible death. But how is that possible if you don't know who he is, man? How is that possible if you don't know no Christ? How is it possible if you think Christ is white? How is it possible if you think the church is the way or the mosque is the way? It's not possible. We done?
And how shall they believe in him whom they have not heard?
And how can they believe in a black man? A black man if the church teaching that Christ is white? How can they believe that Christ? How can they believe that Christ says keep the laws, statutes, and commandments if no one ain't teaching you about Christ to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, man?
That's right.
How can they know that it's wrong to smoke weed if no one's telling them it's wrong to smoke weed, man? How can they believe on him in who they haven't heard? Our king is a black man that says we must do this, man. We must do that. We can't smoke weed. We can't be homosexuals, man. But how would anyone know if no one ain't heard about it, man? We done?
And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
One more time from the start.
From top.
No, that's that verse again.
Oh, and how shall they hear without a preacher?
And how can these people hear without a preacher, man? How are you gonna know Christ is black unless someone does what? Teach it to you, man. How are you gonna know it's wrong to smoke weed if someone don't teach you, man?
That's right.
How would you know without a teacher? We done?
Verse 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent?
And a preacher must be sent, man. And the minute the I.S.U.P.K, we are sent from the Most High, man.
Right.
And what's the proof? You want proof? What's the proof? And before the I.S.U.P.K, no one knew the Jews were black, man. No one knew the John 3:16 breakdown but us, man. No one knew that, man. And guess what? All these Israelite camps you see all over the globe now, they come from us, man. They come from us. So what's that saying? If it weren't from us, these that wouldn't exist, man. The Lord, before that, black people was in Christianity, Egyptology. Christ said, ye shall know, men shall know that you are my disciples by how you treat each other, man. And how do we treat each other, man? You show me someone else loving black people more than us, man. Your church don't know black people. The mosque don't love black people, man. But we do. We're doing food drives, man. Food drives for free of charge, man. Teaching black people free of charge, man. We teach you Hebrew every Friday, free of charge, man. We go drive all up and down the country, free of charge. Why for you? We got the truth. We know the breakdowns, man. My house is fine. My wife is in order. My kids are in order, man.
That's right.
But we can't sleep unless your house is in order. We can't sleep until your kids are in order, man. We are the truth, man. Keep reading.
Except they be sent, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
What's that saying? It said, how beautiful is them that teach the gospel of peace, man. What's that? Everyone give that shot online. Give it a minute. Read it one more time, and then let's see if everyone can break it down real quick.
All right. As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
So it said, how beautiful the feet of them that teach the gospel of peace, man. The gospel is the good news, man. Christians think the gospel is for everybody. The good news for black people. There's one people at this time that need good news, man. And what's that good news? The day is coming where there's going to be no more drugs on neighborhoods. No more black on black crime. No more police brutality, man. No more separation between brothers, man. That's the good news. And the Lord said, how beautiful are the feet of the people that teach that good news, man. No online now. Shalom to Margot War from London. Shalom to Yana Quaff. All right, go on. Break it down for them.
Basically, the man that is preaching the gospel, he's amazing. Like his feet are beautiful. Like he's walking and he's doing the work. Like he's an amazing man.
Yeah, what he's saying basically, the analogy is this. Remember back in the day, I'm not sure about America, but the UK, when we used to learn, when we was kids, we used to go to assembly and learn. The teachers used to read a book and so forth. Where did we sit, man? We sat on the carpet. Where? At the teacher's feet, man. That's the analogy. But the man sits at your feet. When the man sits down, he sits at your feet. And you learning. And the Bible says how beautiful the feet of the men that teach the gospel, man. It's beautiful when you learn under a priest, man. It's beautiful when you learn from a man that's been authorized to teach the scripture, man. He's been authorized to teach his Bible. He's been authorized to fix your life and get black people off cocaine. It's right, man. It's a good thing to sit at his feet, man, and learn from him. It's a good thing to sit at the feet of a man that follows the Most High, man. That's the analogy.
Right.
When you sit at a man's feet, remember them old school stories when you have 10 kids around the granny and they all listen like this. That's what it means to sit at the feet, man. And that, man, is a beautiful thing when you sit at the feet of a prophet of the Lord, man. When you sit at the feet of a man that teaches the gospel, that teaches the good news, man. When you follow orders from a man in the UPK that wants to better your life, man, he ain't doing nothing to harm you. When you listen to a man sit at his feet and he tells you to go to camp and hold post, man, or to read at the camp, or to do a speaking at the camp, or to do a food drive in another city, to drive to another city, it's a beautiful thing to sit at the feet of a man that teaches the gospel, man. That's what it means, man. So I can drop that. Give me the one in
Revelation.
Come on, please.
In the book of Revelations 21 and 7, he that overcometh shall inherit all things.
And the Bible says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. It's talk the book of Revelation, man. Any man that overcome what, man? Overcome the world, man. Overcome drugs, man. Overcome killing a brother because you can't stand him. There's many lusts and traps in this world that want to keep you down, man. And black man, you got to overcome it, man. That's all it is. You're a black man with stress. You're talking about, guys, what really makes you feel better, man. That's not the way, man. You got to overcome that stress, man. Overcome them demons, man. You can't kill a black man. He's your brother, man. So guess what? You got to overcome that anger demon, man. You got to do it. You can't thump at your wife because she gives you a headache, man. You just got to overcome that demon, man. And the Bible says, he that overcometh, man, overcometh oppression, black on black crime, weed addiction, coke addiction, selling drugs because you got the lust of money. You love to have money. You love to have Versace and so forth, man. Ain't nothing wrong with having Versace, man, but work for it, man. Don't kill another black man just because you can get a gold chain, man. You got to overcome demons. The Bible says, he that overcometh, we done,
shall inherit all things.
And the Bible says, if you overcome that, you shall inherit all things, man. You're going to get this kingdom, man. We done?
And I will be his God, and he shall be my son.
Keep going. And the Bible goes, he shall be my son. Again, that's a cut for the Christians, man. Christians say Christ is the son of God, you know what I mean? He was born of God, had sex with his mama, yada, yada. That's a lie, man. The Lord said, if you keep my commandments, you'll be my son also, man. So again, the Most High has many sons, man. And guess where his sons are? Right here in the I.S.U.P.K, man. His sons sit in these chairs, man. His sons will be at the, he said again, at Purim, 18th and 19th, man. His sons are in the school in Harlem. His sons go to camp out there in Brooklyn, in Bronx, in DC. That's the sons of the Most High, man. Them that keep his commandments. The Lord has many sons, man. Any black man that comes in the I.S.U.P.K and puts down weed, crack, coke, whores, he becomes the son of the Most High, man. The Lord said, any man overcome, he shall become my son. The Lord has many sons, man. We done?
Verse 8, but the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and the whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters.
That ain't the one. Not the one. I don't believe him. Look. I believe it's.
Which one about a pillar?
Yeah, 3 and 12.
Right, the book of Revelations 3 and 12. He that overcometh.
There you go again. He that overcometh. I just broke it down, man. Any man that overcomes this evil society, overcomes this world, man. We done?
Will I make a inner in the temple of my God?
Look what the Lord said, man. Yo, this goes like to 21 Savage, man. 21 Savage is begging the white man to stay in this country. Jamaicans are begging the white man to stay in the UK. Black men are begging the white man for better housing. And the Lord said, black man, if you keep my commandments, you'll be a pillar in my kingdom, man. A pillar, you know what a pillar is? A pillar holds a house up, man. If you take away a pillar, the house will collapse. You're begging just to be a regular citizen in England, just to be a slave in America. You can keep the most of the commandments and not only be in the kingdom, not only be in the kingdom, but you can be a pillar in that kingdom, man. Meaning you decide if people live or die. You decide if people eat or not, man. You're a pillar. You make this house stand up. Things can't run without you, man. You need to be here, like a president, a prime minister, an MP, man. You make things happen. And black man, you're begging the white man to stay in this country, man. Begging Donald Trump, you know, please don't deport me, please. Don't deport me back to England, man. I don't want to go back to the West End, man. I don't want to go back in some detention center, man. But if we kept the laws, statutes, and commands of the Most High, we have our own kingdom. And not only will we have our own kingdom, we'll be a pillar in that kingdom. We'll be somebody in it, man. That's what we need, black man. In 2019, what have we become beggars, man? What have we got to show for anything? We broke the laws, commandments, we're nothing. The Indian man, he is something in the UK, man. He is something in the UK. You deport all the Indian man today, you have no off licenses, man. We don't have no news agents, no petrol stations, man. We have no fast food restaurants. No one doing order. What's it called? Them delivery drives, man. Them just eat drives on the mopeds, man. But with black people, you know what I mean? We're nothing inside, man. We're nothing. Why? We don't keep the laws and commandments of the Most High, man. No one needs to use us when they want, use us to build their country, to kick us out, man. Meanwhile, the Indian man that don't speak English gets respect, man. The Turks get respect, man. The China man gets respect, man. China man had Chinatown in every city, man. Now you tell me what city is dying, what city wants Caribbean town? None of them. They don't want it, man. They don't want you, black man. Why? Because we disobeyed our God, man. We disobeyed our God, and our God said, when you disobey me, I'll disobey you. You turn your back on me, I'll turn my back on you, man. And we disobey the Lord for these nations, man. And the Lord made sure that these nations don't love us, man.
That's right.
He made sure, man. You know, when you have a woman and she disses you for next man, and the one that she was calling you talking about, yeah, beat me up, man. You get kind of happy, like, boy, sad to hear that, man. So, what do you want me to do? You might as well, yeah, I don't know. You might as well go back to him, man. That's what the Lord's doing to us. The Lord's like, yo, what? Just yesterday, you like the white man? What? Kick you out of his country? I don't know what you're gonna do, man. Like, yo, that's your guy. That's the man you bow down to in the church, man. That's the man who's, you know, you took his tree and put it in your house and bow down to it, man. Right. You call yourself Christian and say, you know what I mean? I'm a British citizen. You march and vote. But in the Bible, it said you can't march and vote, man. You can't march for anyone that ain't black or Hispanic, man. That's what the Lord's doing to us, man. Give me that quickly, laugh at your calamities and then get to my topic. I think it's like, yeah, it's no. Give me Hosea 4:6 is a better one, I think, I believe.
Hosea 5:15.
You know what, get that one. Anybody, this one.
The book of Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place.
That's what you see, man. The Lord say, listen, I'm gonna go and return back to my place, man. One time the Lord dwelt with us, man. That's in the Bible, man. And dwelt with us didn't mean he lived in your front room. It mean his presence was among us, man. No one could harm you. No drought will come upon you. No sickness come upon you. Why? Because the Lord was looking over you and watching over you. The same way you watch over your child, man. You know parents already. Your parents will watch Jimmy Carl, but they got one eye on that child, man. Looking at that child, see if he's putting his fingers in the socket, man. That was the Lord with us. The Lord watched over us, man. He dwelt amongst us, lived amongst us, man. Made sure everything was fine. And the Lord said, listen, I'm going back to my own place, man. I'm leaving you, like. I'm leaving, man. Now you gotta deal with that by yourself, man. Go deal with the Rimrush by yourself, man. Go deal with black on black crime by yourself, man. You know so much, man. I'm gonna go and return. That the Lord said to blacks and Hispanics, man. You done?
To my place until they acknowledge their offense.
And this is the good news. This is the gospel, man. Christians talk about the gospel. What? There is no gospel for no white man. What is the white man got has to be happy about, man? Gospel means good news. What good news there for a white man? The white man has all the oil, diamonds, military. We can't get any greater than this, man. China's man got China, strong army, Chinatown in every city in England, every city in America, in country, the Chinatown in Jamaica, man. What good news does he need? Is even good, man. But it is good news that one people need, man. That's black people, man. The people over there in Brazil with them cartels and living in favelas. living in a zinc house, a board house in Jamaica. The good news for them people, man. They need good news. What is a man whose people rule the earth? What good news does he need, man? Any more good news? And yo, this man gonna. What's this? The only thing that can be better than being a white man in this society, he might turn to an angel, man. That's about it. He's living good already. But there's some people out there in this earth that don't have a country. There's people out there that speaks another man's language for their language, man. That speak Spanish. Why? Because Spanish people conquer them. Speak English. Why? Because English people conquer them. Speak French. Why? Because French people conquer them, man. The man out there that ain't got his own surname, got a next man's surname, and that surname goes back to a man that owned him, not a man that loved him, not a man that treated him good, but a man that whipped his back, man, and gave him his surname. That's you know what that's called? That's called property, man. Remember back in school days, Prasha? I know you know back in school days, man. Your mum will buy you a coat and put your name in there. What was it always in the it's in the tag, in it? In the tag, man. That's you. You're having a man's surname. He's put his name on you. You got another man's name brands on you in the tag saying, yo, this is me. What it's saying is, yo, this is mine right here. Don't get this one mixed up. Just like with your mum put your name on the tag. So what your mum's saying is, yo, whenever you're playing, you know, PE or whatnot, or the hangers get mixed up, just know this coat's mine, man. And this man's saying, yo, whatever happens, if he runs away or something or anything happens, just remember, this is mine. This is my property, man. Just like today with a logbook. You know, you're telling the DVLA, this car belongs to me, it's mine. If anything was to happen or it gets lost or stolen, and they'll bring it back here, man. And that's you, black man. That's you, you know, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Smith, man. You belong to him. You're his property, man. If it happens, you belong to him. And all that happened, why? Because the Lord turned his back on us, man. The Lord said, I'm going to leave you and go back to my own place, man. And that's why it happened. We done?
Until they acknowledge their offense. But
guess what? The Lord's so merciful. The Lord loved, like any good parent, man. You beat your child, send him to bed, but guess what? Afterwards, you call him back, man. And you say, yo, go eat dinner, man. You know what I mean? Afterwards, you go, yo, don't do it again, man. You talk to him after that, man. And the Lord just like that with us. The Lord said, I'm going to beat you, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave you until you acknowledge your defense. Until you sit down and go, you know what? I'm going to serve the Lord, man. I've tried being a Christian. It didn't work for me, man. I've loved the white man. It didn't work for me, man. We've been to his country and built the NHS and worked hard. And they called us gollywog and cooing and darky, man. Started riots. You know what I mean? Shot Cynthia Jarrett in her spine, man. Left her crippled, man. Choked Rashawn Charles to death, man. Killed Jermaine Baker for sleeping in his car, man. Deported my grandparents that ain't seen Jamaica since they come over here, man. All their parents, all their family that they knew whilst they were children are gone, they're dead. How's a man going to live? When a man comes back and says, you know what, I'm serving the Lord, man. You know, I'm putting down the weed, I'm putting down the pork. I'll serve the white man. Didn't work for me. Serve the Arabs, became Muslim, didn't work for me. When you did that, black man, the Lord will come back to you, man. The Lord will look after you again, man. Did it for me. You know, I don't have problems like people have in the world, man. I see brothers with problems in the world, and I feel sorry for them. I don't laugh. I feel sorry for them, man. Brothers hit me up all the time. Yeah, my wife, this, and my son, this. And I feel sorry for them, man. And as usual, it's my job to counsel them. My job to look out for them. Not make them feel bad. Not laugh at them. My job to help them, man. And what hurts the most is that I know what works, man. The Most High works, man. The I.S.U.P.K works. But the problem is this, brothers don't want it, man. So I'm telling you, what interviews come to class today? Yeah, what the job and the slavery? I'm like, I feel sorry for them, man. I'm like, boy, well, yo, there's more slavery coming your way, man. It's a shame. I try to tell him. I'm trying to give him the medicine, man, but they're pushing the medicine away. He's like, you got a son, you got a chest infection, you're trying to give him the Calpol, man. The Calpol will clear it up in seconds, man. But he don't want it. So I guess he has to deal with that chest infection, man. I guess he's gonna be up all night coughing. I tried to tell him, man. I said, brother, come in here, man. The sisters in here that will feed you, man, will never see you hungry, but closing your back, man. Brothers don't want it. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but you know, not everyone has the whole truth, man. So be online and these brothers are good. Come on, man. Oh, you know, I don't want to be tied down to one group, man. You know what I mean? Me, I go to this camp and that camp. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know, the weed for 10 times good, man. And I feel sorry for them, man. You know what I mean? As Paul said, I say my heart sorrow for Israel. I feel sorry for you, man. I know what works for me. I'm trying to share what I got for you, man. I know this is the truth. Without shadow of a doubt, man. But brothers are skeptical, man. Right. And that skepticism is the reason why the life is how it is, man. It's the reason why they're lonely. It's the reason why, you know what I mean, they made all the bad decisions in life. It's the reason why they ain't got no woman. The reason why they ain't got no man. It's the reason why the kids ain't around. The reason why their mom don't love them. Because they know best, I guess. It's that kind of one.
Till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face.
Until we acknowledge the Most High's offense, man. So until we acknowledge our offense is a sin. In the white man's kingdom, when you break the law, what's it called? An offense. With the Most High, if you break his law, it's called a sin. Same thing, man. And the law have laws and we break it. The law saying, listen, until we acknowledge our offense, man. So you know what? Weed's wrong, man. I'm gonna put it down, man. You know what? I can't sell weed to a black man. You know what I mean? The black is stress. Isn't it a poverty? Man? Isn't poverty and oppression? And me selling him crack and cocaine, making him worse, man.
That's right.
How you gonna benefit off a man's slavery? How you look and say, you know what? He's stressed. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sell him cocaine. Yeah, he's in poverty, man. He lives in a council estate. He's finding it hard to pay his rent. You know what? This is a market for me to make money, man. I sell him crack, man. You meant to do what we do with I.S.U.P.K and see that he's in poverty and help him, man. You meant to see the man in the council estate and you know what? I'm gonna make life better for him, man. I'm gonna house his brother. I'm gonna close his brother, man. I'm gonna make his life better, man. I'm gonna give him counsel, man. Not say, yo, he's messed up, man. He's in that prison. You know what? Yeah, man. He must want some crack, man. He must want some weed, man. We done?
Seek my face in their affliction. They will seek me early.
And in our affliction, we shall seek the Lord early, man. The Lord is beating you, not because he likes to beat you, man. He's beating you so you know what? I'm coming back to the Lord, man. I'm sick of being poor, man. I'm sick of being on the bottom. I'm sick of worrying if my daughter's gonna become a whore, man. Every father worries about that, man. Every father sits down like, oh, I wonder if one day my daughter becomes a whore, man. when she's one, she got what 60 more years to become a whore. Yeah, you're thinking about it now. And guess what? If we was in the kingdom, that would happen, man. The only man that have sex with your daughter was a man in the school, man. A man that don't eat pork, a man that keeps the Passover. If it was in our kingdom, but we wanted to serve the white man. We wanted rights. We wanted our say. And now guess what? Guess who has sex with your woman? Some drug dealer that you can't stand, man. Some white man that you don't like, man. Some man that got, some man that beats her, man. But if we found the Most High, the only man that would have sex with your daughter is a man in the truth, man. You know what I mean? We worry about, oh, I wonder if my son finished school at 3:30. It's now 4:30, man. I wonder if he's I saw a siren go past 10 minutes ago. I wonder if that's for him. You wouldn't have to worry about that, man. You wouldn't have to worry about that. But because the Lord's left us now we worry about that, man. The Lord said, listen, if you seek me in your affliction, you know what I mean? I will help you out, man. But anyway, give me Matthew, get my type real quick. Matthew 11 and 13.
Matthew 11 and 13.
It's like the one you called. You can draw it closer, you know. You like right to your foot. All right, no, it's good.
All right. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. So
what's that saying? So someone brought this question to me in the week. They said that all the prophets and the law prophesied unto John, meaning John is the last prophet. So the question was, how can I.S.U.P.K call themselves prophets when all the prophesied up until John? So after John, there's no more prophets. That's what they were saying. So how can we, the I.S.U.P.K, call ourselves prophets? You know, we're wrong, man. There's no more prophets after Yahushua, man. The last prophet was John, and then John paved the way for Christ, and that's it, man. There's no more prophets in the Bible, man. Is that what the Bible's saying, really? Everyone online want to give it a shot. Give me Acts 13 and 1.
Acts 13 and 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch.
So now in the church at Antioch, you know, a church in the Bible is not the same as what you see today. A church ain't ding dong bell. What's in church? It ain't bells and ceramic windows. And what else? What's in the church? And the red carpet with the aisle and benches on one side and benches on the other. A church is not a building according to the Bible. A church is a gathering right here at the church, man. Wherever there's one or what? Two or more brothers gathered in Yahushua. You know what I mean? Not gathered to play cards, not gathered to play snooker and pool, but gathered in Yahushua, man. Breaking down scriptures, man. You know what I mean? Breaking down scriptures, doing classes. That is church. Church is the people, man. The Israelites, the people. It's not the building. So it's like in this church, in this gathering is at Antioch. These brothers here that were teaching Christ at Antioch, man. In the book of Rome, there was the church, a gathering of brothers in Rome. In Corinthians, same thing. Brothers in Corinth. In Ephesians, brothers in Ephesus, and so forth. In this time, there was brothers that was, you know, gathering in Antioch, man. You know what I mean? We done?
Certain prophets.
Certain what?
Certain prophets.
So there's a problem here, man. You know what I mean? I thought Christ was the last prophet, man. This is the book of Acts. Anyone knows anything about biblical chronology knows that Acts is after Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, man. It's after it. Christ is at this point. Christ is dead, man. Everyone knows that, man. You know what I mean? It's called the God. It's even the white man knows. It's called the Torah, Tanakh, the Gospels, Acts of the Apostles, then the Epistles. And Acts of the Apostles, that's what the Christians call it, Acts of the Apostles. You know what I mean? It comes after Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, man. I read that the last prophet was how they break it down. That was in Matthew, man. And this is what, 5 books afterwards? No, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts. It's like 4 books after, man. These men in Antioch who are called prophets, man. But I thought there's no more prophets after Christ. Read it one more time.
Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch.
So imagine a gathering of brothers, man, in the I.S.U.P.K, gathering of brothers breaking scriptures down, man. The gathering of brothers in Antioch break headpieces that I got on, man. Fringes, like what I got on. You know what I mean? Medallions, boots, fringes. And these brothers are Antioch, man. And look what the Bible called these brothers that was in Antioch breaking down the scriptures, man. Raising up black people, man. Look what he called them, you done?
Prophets.
These brothers are what?
Prophets.
And these brothers are prophets, man. The Bible said these men that were in Antioch breaking down the Bible, raising people up in Antioch were prophets, man. After Christ, after the death of Christ, after Christ was crucified, man. These men were prophets, man. We done?
And teachers.
And these men were teachers that taught the Bible also. We done?
As Barnabas.
And Barnabas was one of them prophets. Barnabas was one of them teachers, man. And where's Christ at this time? Christ was in the sepulchre 3 days, man. Christ rose up, gone to the Father, dead, man. This is the book of Acts. In fact, to prove it, give me Acts 1:1, man. Start from the first book. Let's see when Acts is based. Let's see if Acts starts with the death of Christ or is Christ still alive at this time? 1:1. You can't get to. You can't. We get into the beginning of the book in case someone says I'm taking it out of context, man. You know what I mean? 1. That's what's at the first figure from 1 to 10. That's the first number. You can't get any before 1 unless we go to the minus. Is a minus Acts? Nah, there's no -1 Acts. It starts at 1, man. It's like I don't say something.
No, that's Acts 1:1.
Well, read that for me.
Acts 1:1. The former treaties have I made, O Theophilus, of all that Yahushua began both to do and teach. Okay, so give me verse 8, 1 and 8. Acts 1 and 8. But ye shall receive after the Holy Spirit is come upon you. So Christ is dead, man. Christ died. You know what I mean? And now not only has Christ died at this point, Christ is rose from the dead, man. He died and rose from the dead. And before he left, he's giving his disciples instructions, man. That's what any good leader does. A leader don't just leave it to do what you want to do. Before he leaves, he goes, yo, do this, do that. You know what I mean? And Christ is giving his disciples instruction and comfort, man. If you leave a big child in charge, that's what black people love to do, the big child in charge, man. And I want to say to them, when I leave, you know, don't touch the cookie, you know. Don't open the door to nobody, you know. Christ is the same thing, saying before I leave, you know, and go to heaven, go to the right hand of the Father. This is what I want you to do, man. You're going to receive power in heaven. You're going to do this. You're going to do so forth. And this is Christ speaking. Get yourself a red letter Bible, man. Christ speaking at this particular time. We done? And ye shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea. So Christ telling disciples, listen, man. You know what I mean? I'm giving you the power, man, to go out there and prophesy and teach, man. And you're going to be a witness. That people are going to know that you're my disciple in Judea, in Jerusalem. I'll break it down. Witnesses like people are going to know of me because of you. You're my witness. People are going to know I exist, what I taught because of you. And people are going to know this in Judea, in Samaria, in Jerusalem. Why? Because the disciples are going to travel to them places, man. That's right. They're going to jump on boats and go up and down, just like what the I.S.U.P.K do. What the prophet did back then, we do today, man. The exact same things, man. Everything we do in the Bible, everything we do in the Bible. We travel to London. Oh, God. We travel to Bristol. And where else have been? Bristol, Nottingham, Liverpool. And we keep doing it until black people come off drugs, man. The brothers in America, forget about it, man. 1 minute I see Meshach in DC.
And next minute, I know the schools by the background. If I see a background with the 12 tribes on there in a white background, I know it's DC. Then if I see the lion on the background, I know it's what that's Harlem. If I see what's the other one, if I see the curtain, I know it's Philly. No, it's a screen at the back. And one day I see GEN.YAHANNA with the Philly background. One day I see with the DC background. Why? Because these men are traveling back and forth, man. Just like what the disciples did. Look at the camps, man. You see brothers in this location, that location, New York, Philly, and these places. For anyone that ain't been to the UK, they're not like down the corner, man. UK is what? In the UK, you can drive the whole island in what, 8 hours? In America, you drive 8 hours from New York. You're not even close to California. You got to take a flight to California, man. To California is like a 24-hour trip in a car.
No, it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks trip in a car, man. You not Google Map it, man. It's not hard, man. I tried it myself. But we done?
And in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
Slack, 1 second. Read that again, please, Sakia.
And in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
And even all over the globe, man. All over the globe, like what we're doing in Trinidad, England, America, and so forth. You're going to be a witness of me from not just Judea, not just Jerusalem, not just Samaria, but all over the earth, man. And this is Christ speaking. We done?
Verse 9. And when he had spoken these things.
And when Christ is speaking these things, we done?
While they beheld, he was taken up.
And while Christ, like the other one. And while Christ was saying this, so imagine Christ speaking, listen, man, you're going to be a witness unto me in this country and that country. And while he's speaking, a cloud came, a chariot came and picked him up, man. A beam of light come on him, took him up into the heavens, man. We done?
And the cloud received him out of their sight.
And the cloud was gone out of their sight. Imagine you can see the cloud or the chariot or the UFO, as they call it today, and you see the whoosh, and it's gone. You can't see it no more, man. And this is Acts 1:1. Christ is dead and rose, man. So 13 comes after one a lie. This is chapter 1. So go to 13, man. Christ, the last prophet is gone. No more prophet after Christ. So let's read Acts 13 and after he's dead, man. It's a no more prophet after Christ.
Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers. There
you go, man. So what does that mean? Does the Bible contradict itself? So if the Bible, if your understanding is one thing and the Bible's another thing, what does that mean, man? Does that mean the Bible's wrong? It means you're wrong, man.
That's right.
It means you're wrong. And what you need to do is come to class and learn, man. So too much people know too much, man. That's what it means. There's certain prophets and teachers, man. The Bible calls them prophets. If Christ was last prophet, then why are these men called prophets, man? All it means you need to learn, man. The Bible does not contradict itself. If the Bible is contradicting itself, it means your understanding is wrong, man. Simple as that, man. Brothers to come and learn, man. Listen and learn, man. Imagine before the I.S.U.P.K, men were in the church, in the mosque, and doing this and doing all sorts of madness, man. And now, thanks to 2 YouTube videos, people know it all, man. You need to come and learn, man. Give me Ephesians 4:7.
Ephesians 4 and 7.
1 second. It's not from 4. 4.
Ephesians 4:4. There is one body.
And there's one body, man. Not many, but everyone say, yeah, but this camp sounds good to me. All Israelites. The Bible says one body, man. We're all Israelites, but there's a body of Israelites the Most High is working with, man. And why is it hard to believe, man? If you actually read the Bible, that's all the Most High dealt with, man. Moses was one man. You had to be under Moses to live. Had to be. You couldn't say, yeah, Moses, I'm keeping over here with my people. You had to be under Moses, man. When Moses died, you had to be under Joshua, man. With Christ were on the scene, there was many Israelites, scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Zealots. But who did you have to be under? You had to be under Christ, man. You had to be under that body. There was many bodies of Israelites, man. So why is it hard to believe, man? Why is it so hard to believe? I'm going to be with the body that the Most High chose from the beginning, man. The body that the Most High chose before Facebook, before the internet and YouTube, man. The Bible goes, the Lord is a man that the Lord don't change not. And the Lord was working with the I.S.U.P.K from 69. The I.S.U.P.K is the reason why you know the Jews are black, why you know about slave ships. And guess what? The Lord don't change his mind, man. And the Lord's still dealing with them same men.
That's right.
It's like the other one. It's on.
No.
Keep going.
And one spirit, image.
And one spirit, man. Again, spirit doesn't mean a spirit ain't a puff of smoke. A spirit was like a vibration. There's one vibration, man. Like the church has a homosexual spirit, a homosexual vibe. You go there, it's all soft and nice and the organ and when you go there, you want to speak soft. To go in the church and go, yo, listen, it's wrong. It's the spirit in the church makes you want to speak. You're right there, pastor. And even the pastor's nice because the Lord and God. And that's spirit, man. It's a soft spirit. The woman in there is soft. The man in there is soft. The face all shaved. He has to dress nice and back straight. And, God forbid you say talk slang. God forbid you come in there God forbid you walk in the Christian church with my picky head. God, you get kicked out, man. God forbid you go there, with the afro. The spirit in there is, soft and feminine and gay and homosexual. And in the I.S.U.P.K, the Most said there's one baptism, one body, and there's one spirit, man. One vibration. The I.S.U.P.K, we got that vibration. And what's that vibration? Masculinity, man. Loving your brother as you love yourself. So one vibration. You come in here, there's no gay spirit in here. You don't come in here thinking you come in here as a rough spirit, man. You can feel it in the air. What's the old saying? You can cut tension with a knife. Right. Strong in here, man. In here, men speak loud, man. We don't read the Bible on the Lord said that. Men bark the Bible out here, man. We even pray loud, man. We even dress rough, man. We dress masculine, look masculine, talk masculine, read the Bible masculine, man. That was one of the first lessons I ever learned in the I.S.U.P.K, man. I happened the hard way. I was reading from a shop, my young more quiet and soft, man. I told me, yo, listen. He goes, yo, hold the Bible like some, man. I speak up. I start speaking like that, man. And that's the vibration we have in the I.S.U.P.K, man. That's the spirit we have. There's one spirit, man. There ain't some brothers doing this over there. Some brothers doing this. The Lord has one spirit, one vibration, man. One body. And the vibration of the Most High, spirit of the Most High is masculine, man. Strong. So what's our slogan? No cowards, man. Exodus 15:3 to the Lord is a man of war. That's the spirit of the Most High, man. David wrote songs to the Most High. What were these songs? Was it this little light of mine? I'm going to let it shine. No, it wasn't, man. It wasn't he got the whole world in his hands. Them songs was, we have what I say, by the rivers of Babylon. Two-way sword in our hand. That's songs he sung. The Lord is a man of war. Exodus 15:3. That's a song that's sung by Miriam, sung by a woman, man. Some of you men should be ashamed of yourself. You got Kurt Franklin singing songs to the Lord, and they're about hug me, kiss me. With a woman in the Bible, even she was singing a masculine song, man. More masculine than Kurt Franklin, man. Damn. They read another one.
Even as ye are called,
and we are called to be priests, man. We are called. We didn't choose this. I didn't wake up one day and go, you know what? I want to teach the truth, you know. You see, in the Christian church, you can do that. In the Christian church, you can wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? I want to be a pastor. And you go to theologian in every school, you know, and obviously the pump with lies. You can do that, man. But in this one, you have to be called, man.
Right.
You have to be called to do it, man. You know, I brought this Bible down to many people and just don't get it. Just don't understand. It's like, huh? I don't get it, man. And I taught the Bible to some people who are called, who the Lord wanted them to be in the truth, man. And they get it like that, man. I give them a flyer and they'll be at class 6:59 sharp, man. Before I open these shutters, man. They're you know why? They was called, man.
That's right.
Some people you can't get out of bed, man. Come to camp now, you can't get them out of bed, man. They just force them out of bed. Then there's some brothers here, sharp, on time, ready, boots polished. You know why? Because they was called, man. They was born for this. They was made for this. This is their job, man. And to be in the I.S.U.P.K, you gotta be called for it, man. You gotta be called. And guess what? In the I.S.U.P.K, it's not even hard to find out if you're called or not, man. It's not hard. It's not hard. But you know what I mean? Pressure put you on polls for 2 hours. You know what I mean? And we'll see if you come next week, man. It's hard to find out if someone's called out one. It ain't hard. In the Christian church, you're not sure if someone to be here because they look the part, you know, they dress good and stuff, but then they have sex with your wife. In the I.S.U.P.K, it's easy, man. We just put you on that podium and keep your fingers in the pages. You know what I mean? Freezing your balls off for how long?
Yeah, 4 hours.
For 4 to 5 hours, man. And we'll see if you come back next week. It's easy, man. We'll see you puff that weed and we'll blast you in. We make a whole class about weed, man. Talking about how just blasting weed smokers, man. You won't be here tomorrow, man. Simple as that, man. We see you're a whore. And you know, you're trying to seduce, man. We'll make a whole class all about you. Be all about you, directed at you. For you won't say your name though. You won't say your name. And we'll blast holes for 20 minutes, man. And if you're called, I'll see you here. Well, it's Monday, yeah? I'll see you here Wednesday. If you're not called, we won't see you, man. And we call you, you know what I mean? We don't call people back neither. So we just assume that you ain't coming back, man. You know, but I.S.U.P.K, you must be called. We done?
Even as ye are all in one hope of your all in.
And everyone in the I.S.U.P.K, we have one hope, we have one goal, man. What's that hope? To get the kingdom, man. We want to make it, we want to live. We want to see black-owned communities, man. A black country, drug-free community. We have one hope. We have one body. We think alike. We have one spirit, and we're all fighting for the same thing, man. For the same thing. That's what it's all about. In the church, you got the pastor trying to get his money, the vicar trying to get a good education for his son. They don't have one hope, man. They don't have one hope. One man wants to go float up to heaven. Martin Luther King wants to have sex with white women. In the I.S.U.P.K, we have one hope, man. That's that all of us.
That's right.
That's that every black and Hispanic man comes off drugs, man. Comes off cocaine and becomes a king, man. That's what we want, man. We done?
Verse 5, one Lord, one faith.
We have one Lord, one faith, one belief, man. Our school ain't divided. One man don't believe this. One man don't believe that. You know what I mean? What scandal come out the other day, man? One of these Israelite groups, man. The big man in their group was saying, you know what? I believe you can have more than one wife, you know. Yeah, no. You know, not in the kingdom. Right here, man. We don't have that, man. We have one faith, we have one belief, man. Everyone in the I.S.U.P.K knows you can have more than one wife, man.
That's right.
Everyone in the I.S.U.P.K knows you can't eat pork, man.
Right.
There ain't no brother like, yo, listen, you can't do that, you know. But nah, not here, man. Not here. And we get hold of that. Lord be with you, man. GEN.YAHANNA gets hold of that. I'm scared to even think of what will happen to you, man. It won't be nice, man. GEN.YAHANNA, Captain Mashak, man. These are men that give their life for the truth, man. If they hear that you're trying to, you know what I mean? You got some next faith. Yo, I'm scared to even think about what happened to you, man. We done?
One baptism, one God, and Father of all.
Keep going.
Who is above all.
What verse right now?
Verse 6.
Go on.
And through all, and in you all.
Keep going.
Verse 7. But unto every one of us is given the race according to the measure of the gift of Christ.
Okay, so every man got a gift, man. In the Bible, some men are good speakers, some men are what? Good counselors, and that's how we have a body, man. Like a body has ears, eyes, and together you have a body. The body can see, you can hear, can talk. Why? Because different members, you know, do different things. And the Bible saying, just like in the truth, man, brothers speak good. A brother can speak good, but he probably can't counsel good. That's where you come in. You can counsel good, you can't speak good. That's where, and when all these come together, you have a body, man. And you got now you got counselors and good speakers and men that can break in the Bible and men that can house people because you're all a body. We done?
Verse 8. Wherefore he saith, when he ascended upon high, he led captivity captive.
Keep going.
And gave gifts unto men.
And Christ gave gifts unto men, man. Some brothers, as I said, gifts in one area. Some brothers gifts in the other area. Keep going. Get to my point.
Verse 9. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth?
Okay, so what is it talking about? So now that he's ascended, who is he that ascended?
Right.
When did Christ ascend?
In Acts.
When alive? When he died?
After that, he ascended. So
Christ, at this point, Christ is dead, yeah? So Christ gave gifts unto men when he ascended. Christ gave gifts unto men when he died, man. Keep that in mind, all right? So at this point, Christ ascended to heaven, is dead. And when he ascended to heaven, he gave gifts unto men. We're going to find out what some of them gifts are, man. Give me verse 11.
Verse 11. And he gave some apostles.
So he gave some men a gift to be apostles. Some men a gift to be teachers. We done?
And some prophets.
What did Christ do?
And some prophets.
So when Christ died, he gave some men a gift to be what?
Prophets.
So when Christ died and ascended unto heaven, he gave some men a gift to be what?
Prophets.
And Christ made some men prophets, man. After he died. How can Christ be the last prophet? He's making more prophets. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is come to I.S.U.P.K and ask, man. That's all you got to do, man. That's what we're here for. You know what I mean? We are the prophets of the Most High, man. We are the prophets. Even after Christ made... You read about us? He said, Christ what? Gave some men the power to be prophets. You right? Christ gave me that power to be prophet, man. That's right. Command GEN.YAHANNA gave that power too, man. We are the prophets, man. Prophets are men that prophesy, man. You know what I mean? That tell the future. I tell the future every day. I don't tell the future. But I read what Isaiah 14 when the white man going into slavery. That's me telling the future, man. That's the future. I'm reading the Bible. Saying that ain't happening yet. I'm telling the future. You know what I mean? The difference is I didn't get a dream. But I'm nonetheless obtain the future, man. You know what I mean? Give me Revelations 11 and 1.
Right, the book of Revelations 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, Rise and measure the temple of God.
Keep going.
And the altar.
Give me verse 3, Slack, yeah.
Verse 3. And I will give hour unto my 2 witnesses.
Again, man, this is today. The 2 witnesses were the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, man. Right. You know what I mean? This is Revelation, the last book of the Bible. The last book of the whole Bible after Christ died. I mean, you can't get any newer than this. And the Lord said, I will give power to my 2 witnesses, man. And look what these witnesses are going to do, man. We done?
And they shall prophesy. There
you go, man. I'm not going to really beat a dead horse, man. I'll prove my point, man. You know what I mean? All you got to come to I.S.U.P.K and learn. We are the prophet of the Most High. These 2 prophets here in Revelation are prophesied, man. I'm reading from the book of Revelation. This is John receiving a vision, man. What's John getting here in the book of... What is John getting here in the book of Revelation? He's getting a prophecy in the book of Revelation after Christ died. This whole book of Revelation is about a man receiving a vision. A man called John, one of Christ's disciples, receiving a prophecy, man. Am I lying? We read Revelation 1 and 1.
The book of Revelation 1 and 1. The revelations of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants.
Again, the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave this man a vision, man, a revelation to show unto his servants, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the men that serve the Most High.
Right.
He gave him this to tell us, to tell blacks, Hispanics, like God gave us the understanding of the Bible. What do? We tell blacks, Hispanics the understanding of the Bible, man. The Lord's giving John a revelation right here, man. It's a prophecy, a prophet right here, man. After the death of Christ, man. After the death of Yahushua. Give me verse 10.
Verse 10. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice.
Wait a second. I think I proved the enemy, but is that your other one? Shall I was there?
Write the book.
I proved it anyway. The whole book, I'm reading the whole chapter, and all of it's prophecy, man. It said, behold, he come with his chariots, and all eyes shall see him, man. That's John telling the future. Christ ain't come with his chariots yet. Everyone ain't seen Christ yet. All eyes ain't seen Christ yet. John telling the future, man. After Christ was dead. This whole book is the whole book talks about the future, the end times, the white man being locked up in chains. It's all one big prophecy, man. You know what I mean? Give me real quick. 1 Samuel 9 and 9.
The book of 1 Samuel 9 and 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God.
So it said before time in Israel, meaning back in the day, when a man wanted to inquire of God. Now, how do you inquire of God, man? What does inquire mean? When you buy something and you got questions online, you got contact us. What else you got? Home, contact us, and also you got what, inquiries, meaning questions. When ask how big is the product you're buying. If a man wanted to ask questions of the Most High, if a man wanted to know, is it wrong to do this? Is it wrong to do that? What's the inquiries people got to the Most High? People ask us inquiries all the time. People say, what's the big one? People say, is it lawful to have birth control? Is it lawful to have the morning after pill? People are inquiring of the Most High. They want to know, is the Most High cool with this? What people did back then, people do it today. If a man wanted to ask of the Most High, want to ask the Most High, cool with this? What do I do in this situation? What do I do in that situation? This is what a man did. Read it from the top one more time.
1 Samuel 9 and 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God.
I mean, a man went to inquire of God, and nowadays, what do people say? See, I just pray. See, I just, shut my eyes and I pray. You know what happened? I was on the couch one day, and a beam of light came on me. Yeah, man, you gotta pray, man. That's how it went, man. The Lord said, if you want to know about God in the past, there's something you have to do, man. You want to inquire about God. You want to know what God wanted from you, what God required of you, what God wanted you to do, what God wanted you to eat, how to dress, who to have sex with, what woman to marry. You want to get close to God. This is what a man did if he wanted to inquire of the Lord. He didn't go to church. He didn't go in the confession booth. A beamer like the common name. What's that story? I was on the TV watching City and I kicked to the couch. But one day, I put a cigarette to my mouth and it tastes so bitter in my mouth. I said, I'm going to church. What's the lady saw? Put lady saw, man. What's say? The lady saw said one day, she winding up herself. I want to lie there. And certain said, nah, man, you got to stop this, man. And I went to the church. Which is a good thing, man. You got to stop the slackness, man. Good thing, but that's how the Lord works, man. This is how you inquire of the Lord. This is how you know what the Lord wants, what the Lord wants from you. This is how you inquire the Lord. We done?
Thus he spake, come and let us go unto a
So if a man wanted to know what the Most High wants, what the Most High wants to eat, not to eat, how the Most High wants him to behave and act, a man will go to a seer, man. He will go to a seer, and the Bible about to explain what a seer is. We done?
For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
So the word prophet came later on. Before they called them prophets, they called him a seer. Overseer. Man looks over the people, make sure everyone's doing fine. They're called a seer. Later on, they become prophets, man. Right. And that's how you know what the Lord wants, by going to a prophet, man. Not by your class, pray 5 times a day, and the beam of light comes down. They know I'm praying. They know I'm praying. Put the time. You about to pray in about half an hour, man. But that's not how you know the Most High, man. How did you find that the Jews are black, man? Did you pray on it? And it come in your mind like in the Matrix. No, man. Brothers online taught you, man. You came to the online classes, you came to class, that's how you learn, man. But a man wants to know about the Lord, you go to a prophet, man. You go to a seer, man. But a man wants to know how to run his marriage. Where do you go? To a seer, man. You don't pray on it. Christians pray all the time, and their marriage upside down, man. I remember I used to go to some fake Israelite group, man. A brother had problems, and I heard a brother go to pray on it, man. Pray on it. Like, what? I was thinking, huh? This man got no food in his cupboard. You tend to pray on it. What? You're going to pray on it now, shut his cupboards, open it back, it's going to be full. I mean, you might need to do a collection or something, or food drive or something, man. Help the people in your school, man. Help the people in your church, man. Because that's what it is. You got a weed addiction, you don't pray on it, man. You don't pray on it. You go see a prophet, man, and he will tell you what to do, man. You come see me, I'll tell you what to do, man. You got to fight that demon. You don't beat weed by praying on it. You beat weed by fighting it, man. You beat weed by giving all your money to me, man. Let me hold it for you, man. When the rent is to you, how much to rent? $250. Okay. You ain't buying no weed, man. You get weed by fight. You beat weed by fighting it. You beat lust by fighting it, man. Not by praying on it, man. Weed is aggressive. General Muhammad said, weed is aggressive, man. How are you gonna fight something aggressive with being nice? Did Mayweather beat Pacquiao by being nice? Mayweather beat Pacquiao by being more aggressive, man. And if you want to beat weed black man, you gotta get aggressive, man. What does that mean? You better give me all your money to hold for you, man. You better wrap a towel around your waist, not around your waist, around your face, man. You got to stay away from bars. I know the games on you want to watch the football game, Arsenal's playing, but guess what? You can't go. You got to be aggressive and miss that game. You know why? Because the smell of that cigarette will make you go back, man. Wrap a towel around. When you're on the bus, wrap your nose, man. Don't smell it. In fact, walk. That's how aggressive you got to be. You got to fight, man. But people in the prayer on it, man. They don't want to see a seer the Most High. They want to see the prophet the Most High. What the problems are the one? The advice they're going to get ain't the advice they want to hear, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you to walk. You're gonna be like, yeah, but it's cold. I'm like, tough. You wanna go? You wanna be back on that weed? You wanna smoke cigarettes again? You better walk to work, man, or catch taxi or something. They don't wanna hear that, man. I'm telling you, you can't ask yourself white girl, which is nice, man. You better look away. You better get yourself a Redskin girl or something close. They don't wanna hear that, man. So they rather just pray on it, man. But anyway, drop that. No question line real quick before I move to a topic. All right, give me the Windrush scandal, man. Oh god, this thing's getting out of control, man. This thing's getting out of control. So in the UK, yeah. Oh man, something called the Windrush generation, man. It's called the Windrush generation because the Caribbeans came on a boat, which is called the Windrush. So they call that generation the Windrush generation. I believe there's a place in London which they dedicated it after them. It's called what, Windrush Street or Windrush Road. Now the white man been deporting these people, man. Imagine. These people are what, 7 years old, 8 years old, ain't seen their home, ain't seen countries like Trinidad, Jamaica, Dominica, Grenada in 60 plus years, man. So can't. So to deport them would be evil. Imagine you in a country since you were a child, and now you went to England, lived a life. As far as you're concerned, your citizenship is British. Now you gotta go back. All the aunts and uncles you knew are dead now. You don't know nobody. Imagine they drop you at the airport, man. Boop, drop you at the airport. You got no home to go to, no phone numbers, no job, no nothing. And somehow you gotta just keep living, man, and get on with it. After building this country, after slaving this country, that's what done to you, man. So what happened was all the the big uproar about this, black men fought, and marched, and Black Lives Matter, and David Lammy got involved, and the big scandal. And the white man said, you know what, we're sorry, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what was 1 second. Yeah, so the white man said, we're sorry, man. In fact, we're gonna everyone that we sent to, everyone that we deported, we're gonna get them back. You know what I mean? These people, when they came to Britain, they were British citizens, because at the time Britain owned the Caribbean, man. Only later on they got independence. So when they came here, they were British citizens. So now it's changed. They shouldn't go home. And Britain apologized. The white man apologized, said, we're sorry, man. We're sorry. This is an outrage. We're going to get them back. In fact, we're not going to deport no more. It's wrong what we've done. You know what I mean? The whole scandal, we got it wrong. We apologized, man. Spoke to the Jamaican politician, Prime Minister. Spoke to the Trinidadian Prime Minister, and so forth, man, and apologized. Only to find out it's all a lie, man. Still deporting black people. Still deporting Hispanics, man. And they deport. Guess what? The news is now that they deported one man that fought in the British Army, man. Fought so that British people ain't speaking Deutsch, ain't speaking German, man. Fought against the Nazis. And guess what, black man? They want to send him home, man. We the article from the other one.
An article from the Guardian.com. New Jamaican deportation flights attacked as insult to Windrush victims.
And they're still doing it, man. So this is an insult to Windrush victims, man. The Windrush victims was told, sorry, we won't do this again, and you're going to deport more. That's an insult to the Windrush victims, man. That's what the white man thinks about you. That's how the white man treats blacks and Hispanic, man. We thought, now see, I told you. I had my aunts and uncles laughing at me. He said, told you, Akrafia. The white man ain't that bad. He said, sorry. See, you said the white man's a devil, but it's not. He acknowledged that he was wrong, and then he brought them back. See, you're wrong, man. Come on, man. Look at this, man. Deported more. So this is an insult to the Windrush victims, man. So I guess the white man is a devil, man. You know what I mean? I gotta form my own class to the class, man, and let him know that the white man is a devil, and he ain't changed, man. We done?
The government plans to restart deportation charter flights.
So what happened? What the white man said, man, I'm sorry, this said the government gonna start to deport more black people, man. When these black people came to England legally, man, came on the boat, came on the Windrush boat, man, came here legally, man. And the Somali man comes here on the back of a van, on the back of a lorry, man, and the Romanian, and the Polish, man, and the Czechoslovakians, whatever you want to call them, man. Meanwhile, we came here legally, black man, and it still ain't enough, man. We came here on our parents' passports, man, and not only did we come here, we came and built the country. Meanwhile, the Somali man comes here and rapes the NHS, man. Rapes benefits, man. Gets a brand new house on the what's it called? On the council. What's it called? The council. On the council, man. Houses that you can't get and you're born here, man. Houses that no one never lived in. They make new estates, and guess what they put in them? Guess who they put in them estates, man? Romanians, Czechoslovakians, Somalians, man. And meanwhile, your grandparents built this country from the ground up after World War II, man, and you don't get no love, man. Before that, you cut canes to make England what it is, man. Pick cotton to make England what it is, man. And they say, you know, you must go home, man. Just go home, man. You don't serve no purpose now. Go home. When they deport you, man. That's because why, as I said earlier, the Lord turned his back on us, man. Why could we turn our back on him? We done.
Charter flights to Jamaica as early as this week have been attacked as brutal and a scandal by the leading Labour politicians.
Yeah, they hate black people, man. This politician black. Imagine England got a problem right now, man. England going through Brexit and all that turmoil, but guess what? Through all their problems, they still got time to hate you.
That's right. Through
Brexit and the pound drop, I heard the pound same as a dollar, man. Yo, I used to love going to America, man, and studying on the Americans, man. You know what I mean? I used to go out there with £100 and cash the shit out. It comes to 150. You know what I mean? I send my tithes, and my tithes you used to double, man. Nowadays it's the same, man. You got £100, it's him having $100, man. It's crashed. I feel all this money and turmoil and hard times and the no Brexit deals. Toyota the other day backed out. Toyota will go back to build a headquarters in London, And Toyota said, nah, we're putting China instead, man. You got too much problems happening here. And throughout all these problems, the pound crash and stuff, England has enough money to send you home. You know it ain't free to send flights back to Jamaica, yeah? You know that, innit? But England has the money, man. That's how much they hate you, man. And much black are black men blowing up this country? When last time you haven't heard of a terrorist, a Jamaican terrorist, man? You don't hear about it, man. You hear about Somalian terrorists, man. Like the guy with the bloody hands, what? The guy with the bloody hands? Yeah. Nigerian terrorists. Arab terrorists, man. We ain't the problem in this country. We're not the reason why you build terrorist barriers in every city centre in the UK, man. You go to London Bridge. Once upon a time, you could go to London Bridge, man. Now there's terrorist barriers on London Bridge, man. Terrorist barriers in Birmingham city centre, man. In Leeds city centre and so forth, man. Because of black people. No. Because of these Somalians, man. Because of these Pakistanis and Bengalis and these Nigerians and so forth, man. Not because of us. But we're the problem with this country, man. We got to go home. We're the reason why, man. These other nations don't speak English, man. Come to the country and rape all the resources. They can't speak English. Can't even work a day. Like, can't work. You can't work if you don't speak English. So basically, money's going out to them and none is coming back. But they don't get deported, man. But black people that work hard, fought in the NHS, fought in the army, RAF, dropped bombs so England can be what it is today, pick cotton and swung a machete from sun up, sundown, so England can be so rich. You gotta go home, man. You can't be in this country. So like, read that.
The Home Office said a flight to the island will take off in coming weeks, carrying out the enforced removals of the foreign national offenders.
And guess what? We're not foreign, man. When we came to the UK, Britain was Jamaica was a British colony, man. Along with Trinidad, along with Antigua, Grenada, man. We didn't come on the back of a lorry, man. We didn't come on the back of a lorry. The whole reason of Brexit was because of what? Somalians, man, and Polish and Germans, man. But you ain't deporting them. The whole reason why Brexit started was because of what? What was it? What's it called? Immigration. And you ain't deporting these lot. Brexit wasn't because of Caribbeans. It was because of them. The people coming back on lorries, the people, migrating from Southern Europe, Eastern Europe to come to England, man, and taking the jobs, not us. So why are we being deported? And the people who Brexit started over, why aren't they being deported, man? Because black men, they hate you, man. The laws have put you in the hands of them that hate you, and the white man hates you, man. Right. It's like the other one.
Now, it's heavy, like, they're so focused on West Indians that even to this day, we are not the issue. If you go down to, like, Canterbury, they still run after, like, illegal immigrants right there. So they come to England on, like, a boat from, like, the France docks. And then they run for it. And, like, police helicopters there, even, like, police speedboats. So the Iraqis now, even they do it now, Eritreans, and if you go around that region, they're doing it right now.
It's like I saw a documentary. You know, get it on YouTube, man. Get it on YouTube. I saw a documentary, and these immigrants were on the back of the truck like rats. Yeah. On the back, they got the hatch open, they're running behind us on it, man. Meanwhile, we didn't come that way. We came legal, man. You needed our help, and we came to you help. We said, you know, white man, you need help. We helped you, man. We swept your floors and we became nurses and doctors and fought it. We such a man called Walter Tull, man. Was a Bayesian brother, man. A Bayesian man that fought in World War I, man. And he's dead, fought for the white man. Fought in World War I, became a football player also, man. Men like that, man. Many people that fought for World War I and II, man. And what did we get? Nothing. We get deported after all this, man. Meanwhile, the Indian man, he gets a statue. The Indian man who also, the East Indian man also was a colony of Britain. He gets a statue, man. I don't hear about Indians getting deported. Why ain't no mix up with their paperwork, man? By the way, you really get it from me. Get me if it's in Calais, in there, France, you see it, man. Loads of them. The question is typed. Let's do the question online real quick. Kind of sister's right, man. She said, I mean, Brexit's the main topic, but for some reason, they find time to hit black people. Look at that, man. Share that for me. Good, yeah. Look at that, man. This how they come into the country, man. And black man, you came here legally? No, so it'll freeze. Still, oh no, swear. I'll just keep talking till you get it right. Well, I'll go back to the article then. Into the you can start sharing it for the time being. Let me see how it's looking on the thingy. Yeah, no, swear. It's still playing anyway. So go to the article in the meantime if you can. You can't move off it. I'll put it on your phones for now until it sorts itself out. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. You know how much they hate you, black man? Even when they got other problems, they still hate you, man. You know how they hate you? Black man, you get harassed by the police, stopped and frisked, talk about knives and so forth. But meanwhile, guess who the terrorist is? It's Indian, man. Everyone knows Muslims, them big beard, Allah Akbar, you know, Muslims, they're the terrorists, man. They are the terrorists, but they hate you so much that guess what? They still search you in customs, man. Search you more than the Arabs, man. Stop and frisk you more than the Arabs, man. Deport you more than the Somalis, the Eritreans, and the Iraqis, man. That's how much they hate you. The eyes on you. There's a man bombing their country. There's a man that's running over people to the point that they got to put up barriers, and they hate you so much that they bypass their enemies and still got to stop and search you, man. Still got to harass you, man. Yeah, that's the other one.
The charter flights will be the first since March 2017. Before the Windrush scandal, when it emerged, dozens of people had been wrongly deported from the UK by the Home Office.
There you go. Many people wrongly deported, man, by the Home Office. Apparently, what happened one day? Lost some paperwork and yada yada yada. Many people wrongfully deported, man. People here, when Britain and the Caribbean was, you know, when the Caribbean was a British colony, it was meant to be here, man. And they were deported nonetheless, man. We done?
A spokesman for the Home Office confirmed the plan.
So, read it one more time.
A spokesman from the Home Office confirmed the plan.
As someone that worked in the Home Office confirmed it, man. So yeah, man, this was wrong. All this was wrong, man. The wrongfully deported, man. Again, and they weren't wrongfully deported. The white man knew what he was doing. He didn't want them black people in this country no more, man. You serve your purpose. You know what I mean? You cut that cane. You done what you're supposed to. Now get out, man. Get out of my country, man. They hate black people more than anybody else. So we're not the ones bombing the country, man. We're not the ones bombing the country and, you know, take it with the NHS. They won't give black men nothing, man. Meanwhile, Somali man will get a new house, man, under the benefits, man. We get a car and the benefits. Car. Sometimes I wonder, like, how you driving that? What's the car with the family one? The buggy, the space cruiser or whatever. How you driving that space cruiser, man? You don't speak English. Like, you can't work. Unless you're stacking shells, you literally can't work. But how are you getting this, man? But I know black people that are unemployed and can't work, man. Even white people sometimes can't get a job. I think, how is this Somali man living good, man? That's because they hate you, black man. He goes to Home Office with his papers, and they get what's entitled to him. You go with your papers, and they're like, nah, man, setting it right, man. You know what I mean? They just don't want to give you. Still messing about. No, sweat. Keep going. You'll sort yourself out.
The UK, like many other countries, uses charter flights to return people to their country of origin, where they no longer have a right to remain. And
they say they're sending people back to their countries, man. When brothers came over here on British passports, Jamaican men didn't have Jamaican passports, man. Caribbean people that have Caribbean passports. At the time, they had British passports, man. That's where they belong. But the white man don't care. The white man don't care how you're going to eat, how you're going to live, what's going to happen to you. He wants you out of his country, man. As far as he's concerned, you know what I mean? They don't want black people here. But the Romanian man can get benefits, man. You know what I mean? We can do benefits for him. Imagine that other one. Imagine you're a country that you're not born in, looking after you, man. That's like going to next doors. That's like going to next door, and next door's giving you a plate of food before their own children. And brothers that built this country, the country owes them. It owes them money, man. It owes them work. It owes them a roof over their head. You're not giving them money. But a person that's never been, that just arrives in England, man, getting looked after. That's ridiculous. And that's how much they hate you, black man. that they give people that got no ties to England, didn't cut cane for England, didn't work for England, did nothing for England, can't even speak English, man. They get a house. And the man that worked to make England what it is, he don't get no house, man. He don't get no roof over his head. Has his benefits cut off. Lives in a detention center, man. An old 70-year-old man in a detention center, man. Give me a scripture, man, about shit regard the old or the young, real quick.
Yeah. Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
Okay, this is the curses. You know what I mean? One of the curses that will come upon our people, man. Curse means punishments. These are one of the punishments that will come upon blacks, Hispanic people, man. And this is how you know that we're the people. You know what I mean? You can't deny this. Keep going.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
And the Lord said it shall bring a nation against from far, man. At this time, we was where what in Jerusalem, and the white man come from Europe, man. Come from Greece. That's a nation from far. It wasn't a next door. It wasn't a neighboring nation. What's the neighboring nations? The Middle Eastern ones, what? Midian. You know what I mean? A nation from far. Even though one time, what Edom was a neighbor of ours, but this time, you know what I mean? The nation from far, man. We done?
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth, man, from far away, we done?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
And the Bible says, this man shall come upon you as quick as swift as the eagle flies, swift, man. Come up in your land, raid everyone, rape everyone, kill everyone. You know what I mean? Put his surname as your surname. Put you on a slave ship, make you work for free. Swift as the eagle, man. And the Bible's spiritual because guess what? His emblem was the eagle as well, man. The Germans, the Nazis, what was their emblem? The eagle. You know what I mean? The Romans, what was their emblem? The eagle. The Greeks, what was their emblem? The eagle, man. And guess what? In 2019, what's America's seal on the $1 bill, man? The bold eagle, man. We done?
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And the Bible called a nation whose tongue you won't understand. We didn't speak their language, man. They spoke what?
That's it. Yeah, we would.
Were YouTube cut as well?
I did. Right now.
Not Facebook, YouTube on sorry, Slack. Yeah.
But the Facebook bit.
Oh no, sorry, man, it's finished 10 minutes anyway.
I got the video from the once.
Yeah, share that real quick if I'm not. And this is how the people get to the UK. These immigrants get to the UK, man. This is how they get here. It don't matter. Look at that, man. Look at him chasing the lorry, get in the back of the lorry. The two people in it already, man. And that lorry's gonna what? Go to Calais, go on the ferry, and gonna end up in Dover, man. And from Dover, they're gonna make their way to London, Birmingham, and so forth, and spread out the UK. From there, they're gonna end up on a nice new built council estate. From there, they're gonna be British citizens to get a new house and have children, and their children are gonna be British citizens, man. Like get me the Windrush. How black people came to the UK, man. Stop sharing real quick. So yes, that's Calais in France. And that truck now is full of immigrants in the back. It's gonna go on the ferry. It's gonna end up at what's two ports? Dover and
one in Liverpool. There's two. But that's going to Savannah.
Dover, Liverpool. Yeah, I think that's the one for true. And they're gonna be British citizens, man. Guess what? They're gonna be living better than you, black man. Meanwhile, this is how you came. This is how you came to the UK, man. Look. This is how the black man. This is how the black man came. I'm sure how much the devil the white man is. This is how you came to the UK. Look at this. We just saw how the Arabs came and the Somalian and Eritreans came, and they get everything they want. So you came. Look at that, legal as hell. Look, a boat by the British. Look in the docks of Dover. This is how you came. Look, legal as hell, passport in hand, authorized by the British government, supposed to come with documents, everything, passport. Look at that, suitcase, luggage. Now the Eritreans can drop that. The Eritreans ain't got no luggage. You know why? Because they're fugitives, man. They're running and sneaking. The criminals run on the back of lorry. They shouldn't be there. You come with luggage, man. Family. He was meant to be here. The boat said Windrush, London. The boat was scheduled to dock in London, man. And guess what, black man? Despite all that, you gotta go home, man. Meanwhile, the Eritreans and the Somalians and so forth, they don't got to go home. But keep reading that one.
Deuteronomy 28 and 40. Yeah, the 50th verse. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, man. Countenance, your facial expression. The white man was fierce, man. He was fierce. I know when Scottish man the other day came to camp and said, listen, the Scottish and Yardie. Listen, man, the white man was fierce. Don't make him lie to you, man. I know you see the Scottish and you say, the Scottish, the kilt and the bagpipes and the Loch Ness Monster and the cape. Then Scottish were fierce. Them Scottish whipped black people back on the island of Jamaica, man. The Scottish people had black slaves in the island of Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago, man. The nation, they are fierce. Don't make them fool you and say, no, we're nice, we're cool, man. All nations, they were fierce. Scottish man talking about, because the Scottish didn't have, yes, they did, man. Yes, I've done my research, man. They did, man. Do you know there's more Campbells in, the surname Campbell is Scottish, and there's more Campbells in Jamaica than in Scotland itself, man. How did that happen? Because a man whose surname was Campbell in Scotland, whose family weren't so big, went to Jamaica and made it big, man. How did he make it big? By owning loads of slaves and naming their name Campbell. And when they have babies, they make more Campbells and more Campbells to the point that he owns so much slaves that now there's more Campbells in Jamaica than in Scotland itself. And that's where it comes from. And that's a fact, man. You can Google that, man. A man called Campbell went, you know what? In Scotland, I'm poor, man. Scotland ain't making no money. It was not a prominent family in Scotland. And he saved up his money. He heard that in Jamaica, there's a business out there, man. You can you can own a plantation, sell cane, and you can make a few dollars, man. And he did it. And he started off small, started off probably 2 slaves, multiplied, and then he became a successful plantation owner. And now there's more Campbells in Jamaica than in Scotland itself, man. The nation are fierce. And how did the Campbell get spread out for all of Jamaica? By fierce activity, man. By whipping and lynching, man. By branding and whipping and forcing man to cut cane, man. Forcing men to cut a machete and swing a machete and cut cane and to process it and to bag it up and to put it on them ships, man. By muzzling black people, beating them, putting salt in their wounds, man. That's how it happened.
That's right.
Don't make them fool you, man. The Bible said his words are smoother than butter, man. His words are smoother than butter. Who's that, sorry? You know what I mean? His words are smoother than butter. It talks about peace and love and peace. But when he got this country not by peace, man. This country is what it is today, not by peace, man. They say that all the Eastern Europeans are coming to this country because it's great. And it is great, man. Great on the backs of black people, man. Them Eastern Europeans want a piece of that slavery, man. That's what they want. The white man thinks they want a piece of England. Nah, they want a piece of that free slavery that your parents built, man. And now they want to deport them. Keep going.
Which shall not regard the person of old.
And the man, this man don't care if you're old. He don't care if you're 70 and got to go back to Jamaica. That's in the Bible. He don't regard the person of old. He don't care, man. But I'm 70. But I didn't come in the back of no van. I came in the boat with the Windrush, man. I got my passport, man. This man don't care, man. But what am I going to do in the Caribbean? I don't know no family. I got no house. How am I going to live? He don't care. He don't regard the person of the old, man. He don't regard old black people. He don't care about old black people, man. We done?
Nor show favor to the young.
Neither does he care about young people, man. That's why Bashan Charles was 18 and is under the ground, choked to death, and the policeman that killed him is alive and free and happy, man. It's what's the month today? February. It's cold. The policeman that killed my brother is probably wrapped up with his woman in bed, man, with a bed warmer, with his socks on. What's it called? The hot water bottle. Meanwhile, my brother's dead in a cold grave, man. In the month of February, man. His parents are mourning him, and the police that killed him is happy, man. Wrap up like the water bottle on him, probably, you know what I mean? Electric blanket, cool. Back to the school running, how much hours? In about, 10 hours? Take his kids to school. Meanwhile, Bashan Charles can't take his kids to school, man. They don't regard the person of the young or the old, man. One more scripture, let me wrap up. Give me Psalms 55:21.
The book of Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. What's that?
And that's the white man. His words of his mouth are smooth. What comes out of his mouth is nice and lovely. We're all British citizens. No, man, we're not gonna stand racism. Racism is wrong, man. We're gonna have that. This is wrong. This is what they call it, a multicultural country, man. A diverse cultural country, man. The words what it says is nice, man. Very nice. Scottish, back to the Scottish, man. The bagpipes and the this and the kilt. And you think, but I can't, nice people, man. Speak good English and all sorts, man. Speak all nice and love, and we're not gonna stand for this. All his words are nice and pretty, man. What we done?
But war was in his heart.
But war's in his mind, man. While he's talking about, we got a multi-social community, man. He's deporting black people, man. He's declaring war on black people, man. He don't want black people to eat, man. He don't want black people to live. He wants to kick out all our old grandparents, man. Because war is in his heart. Even though he speaks good, speaks nice. Now we love all our citizens, man. These are British citizens, man. What's his name? Tommy Robinson? Yeah. Tommy Robinson says, I'm not racist. I care for British people. See, I don't bang on Pakistanis. I bang on Islam. But I've never heard Tommy Robinson talk about the Windrush in my life. These are British citizens, man. I thought you talk about British problems. I've never heard him talk about them. Never hear someone go to a Windrush Valley. Because the words are nice, man. They make it love all people, man. Tommy Robinson loves white people, man. He don't love black people. If you love British people, this is a British problem. He says, I don't care about Pakistanis. I care about Muslims. You can be a black Muslim, white Muslim, or whatever. My problem is Islam. Islam got no place in British society, man. I'm for the betterment of Islam, for the betterment of Britain. I don't want racial grooming gangs. So if you want the betterment of British, what about the scandal here, man? I've never saw a podcast, nothing about this topic, man. Because you know why? His words are smooth like butter, man. He don't love black people. He wants black people to get on his side. And once his mission is accomplished, who's going to turn on next? Black people, man. But with that, that's the class. I'm handing over to Priest and Prophet Parasha with the announcements and the prayers. All right.
Let's start the class. Let's give the teacher a hand.
It's over the other one.
All right, we are the I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under commanding General YAHANNA, ruled for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the heads to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months, the brother and sister we get permission from the heads to murder Ari tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10. Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department, priest fund, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations is Purim on Monday, the 18th of February to the 19th. All Akim and Aqua, check the bulletin boards in the hallway and check all I.S.U.P.K social media. That's like the Facebooks, Twitters, YouTubes, things like that. If anyone wants to become a trooper in school, start with all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, we're going to rise and face the east, and we're going to send up the Lord's Prayer. We have the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Ratazaka, Hayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Shemayim, the Funanawa, the Kam, Cow, Yuwam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Kabayainawa, Wanasayawan, Abba, Kabashainawa, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahapapara, the Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. This one is the Hakah, the power. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Baba Kusha. The Funanawa. Hakah. Larapa'ah. Kal Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakah. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakah. Lahaqiyam. Hamafiam. Hakah. Arakawa. Hatama'ala. The Garashan. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. The water. Aman. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. Please give us the power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Next one is the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahushai. Wa Mayaka'ala. Wa Alahayim. Matazabi'ah. Ala Wap Yahanna. Ha Ala Wapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kwatazayanyam. Ha Kalyayanyam. Wa Akwapyam. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. The water. Aman. And in the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The general. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. And the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. curses,
and punishment and destruction,
and punishments and destruction,
and death to the heathen,
and death to the heathen
that speak against
that
us,
speak against us,
thy prophets,
the
teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the
Israelite brothers,
and
the school,
sent
evils and curses,
and
punishment and destruction,
punishments and destruction,
and death to the heathen,
and
shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, and death to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists, cause them to go to and fro to the earth and destroy, cause the terrorists to come against America, and destroy them in their stronghold. Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahweh shine, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and kill all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it.
Let's pray to bless Israel. Yahweh. Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Barakanawa.
Wahabayah. Sapayim. Barakapah. Magan Hagan. The Gordon family. The George family. The Bennett family.
That's it.
Sonia.
That's right. Ba'Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Tawada. Aman. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect those loved ones in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be. So with that to say, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbat. I am Madiam, Barak, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Atah,
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atah.
Yad Yabatah. Class dismissed.
You must be classic. Call me later on. I'll show you.
Okay, love to read. Read.
People tell me some people know too much, man. Do we have properly, yeah? But how much is the Bible? I'm saying that. What's in the prophesy unto Germany? The prophesy about this time. I'm gonna shout about your questions to my
which class? The
Wrong one. I didn't say it.
the boat one.
The man got it. Check it. Show you that meter there.
Like I said, it starts with 3, I think 36094.
The meter here. Listen. Yeah.
Like it's the electric one. Go
What
back.
electric? What?